Welcome to AppleInsider, everyone. Basically, every detail of the new iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro lines have been revealed. So we're going to walk through pretty much every spec of the new devices, capacities, prices, colors, and most importantly, release dates. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Every detail of the new iPhone 12 line revealed. So many of the details we've been talking about for a little while. There are still going to be 4 iPhones. There's going to be the smallest 5.4-inch iPhone 12 mini, something like this. Then we're going to jump up and we're going to have the iPhone 12 6.1-inch device, such as this. We're going to go there, another 6.1-inch device, the iPhone 12 Pro, just with the additional cameras and a few other changes that we're going to talk about. And then on the top of the spectrum is the 12 Pro Max, a 6.7-inch device, up from 6.5 inches. But we already knew a lot of that. So what is new this time around? Well, as far as encompassing features that cover all the devices, the new iPhone 12 line is going to include support for 5G. We knew that, but we now know that every device is going to support that millimeter wave variant of 5G. Apple's also going to introduce a smart data mode that's going to be intelligently able to move between 4G and 5G. 5G when it's necessary to save battery life, but jump down to 4G the rest of the time so you're not going to drain your phone battery when you don't need or don't have good 5G signal. That is only going to be in the US though. Aside from that, we're also going to see new Super Retina XDR displays across the entire line. So it sounds like maybe we'll get rid of the LED versus OLED versions and everything will just kind of be par for the course now with that Super Retina XDR display. There's also a new ceramic shield, basically a new version of glass. It's going to come on the front of these phones, hopefully make them a little bit more durable from what they were in the past. Not that they were bad, but Apple can always improve them, make them even more durable. So a new version of glass on the front of the new iPhone 12 lines. So let's go ahead and talk a few specifics. The iPhone 12 mini, the 5.4-inch phone, is going to start at $699. Following that will be the iPhone 12, and it's going to run you $799. All of these guys are going to come in 64, 128, and 256 gigabyte capacities. Additionally, they're going to come in white, black, red, blue, and green. Moving to the 12 Pro. The 12 Pro, the smaller one, 6.1 inches, the same as the iPhone 12, that is going to start at $999. Then the 6.7-inch iPhone 12 Pro Max is going to run you $1099, so $100 more for the larger sized iPhone, the biggest iPhone you can get. Now these guys are going to come in gold, silver, blue, and instead of space gray, it's now going to be called graphite, which is similar to the space gray replacement on the Apple Watch Series 6. You can kind of see a version of what graphite may look like on this dummy model that we've got here. Both models of the iPhone 12 will be available in 128, 256, and 512 gigabyte capacities. So let's go ahead and talk about some details about the cameras on these phones. So they're still going to have 3 cameras on here. They're going to have a wide-angle lens, an ultra-wide-angle lens, and a tele-lens. But of course, it's also going to get that LiDAR scanner on the back as well. So 3 cameras plus the LiDAR camera. The wide-angle lens is now being bumped up to a 7-element lens. So it actually had a 6-element cover before. Now it's a 7-element. So that's going to be a little bit clearer. We still have the tele-lens on here, but it now has a new focal length, a new 52mm focal length, which is going to allow for 4x optical zoom compared to, I believe, 2x is what we were getting on the previous generation iPhones. So we're going to have a better focal length on the tele-lens for additional optical zoom. Optical zoom means you're going to be lossless in quality compared to digital zoom, which is just stretching the image in. Optical zoom is actually done through the elements of the lenses. Basically, you're just not going to lose any picture quality by going with an optical zoom versus going with a digital zoom. Now, the other difference here, the iPhone 12 Pro Max, it still has all of those things. It still has those 3 lenses, the LiDAR scanner, all of that, but there are a couple minor differences, including a 65mm focal length for the camera. So what's that going to yield? That is actually going to give you 5x optical zoom versus 4x. You're going to get additional optical zoom on the 12 Pro Max versus the smaller phone. The other changes, it is a larger sensor on the 12 Pro Max. It is a 47% larger sensor. So you're going to get better photos, higher clarity and everything on the 12 Pro Max versus the 12 Pro. And Apple is going to call this an expansive camera system. Expansive is the word that they are likely going to use when describing the higher quality sensor on the 12 Pro Max. At the same time Kang is releasing all this information on the new iPhones, we also got an update from Love to Dream on Twitter, which was also reiterated previously by Everything Apple Pro. We have seen that the new iPhones are supposed to have a ring of magnets around the back, and that's likely to help with placement with a new wireless charger. And we're not going to get just one, but two wireless chargers with the iPhone 12 lineup. And Apple's reviving an old name. We're going to get the new MagSafe and MagSafe Duo wireless chargers that can deliver up to 15 watts of power to the new iPhones, likely in part due to their hyper-accurate location placement. Thanks to those magnets, Apple can ensure that that phone is placed directly in the center of that wireless charger to get the best speed possible. So when can you get your hands on the new iPhone 12 line? Well, this is where it gets a little interesting, and we haven't exactly heard these dates before. But Kang, who's the one who brought us all of these leaks, who's a prolific leaker on Weibo, and mind you, he has a 97% accuracy rating, so we're inclined to believe what we're hearing from him. They are saying that the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro will go on sale first on October 16, 17, and then they're going to be available October 23rd/24th. That leaves the iPhone 12 mini and the iPhone 12 Pro Max to ship and go up for pre-order later. Those will go up for pre-order on November 6/7 and be available to get in your hands on November 13th/14th. So these guys are going to launch in October, the two phones that are the same size, and then late November we're going to see the 12 mini and the 12 Pro Max. So that's going to give you a good idea, depending on the phone that you are wanting, when you'll be able to get your hands on it. Again, just to round up, if you want the iPhone 12 or the iPhone 12 Pro, you can get your hands on that October 23rd is when those are going to hit store shelves. And then following that, if you want the 12 mini, or you want the 12 Pro Max, those are going to be in customers' hands starting November 20th. So those are the dates that you guys have to look forward to for all of the new features of the iPhone 12. I want to hear what you guys think. Are you excited by the new leak, by the new features? Let me know over on Twitter at Andrew_OSU, and stay tuned to Apple Insider for in-depth coverage of the Apple high-speed event starting next week.